Well, hi everyone. It's Mr. Bell here. I decided I would do my lesson walking around because, as you know, I usually walk around class all the time, and I miss talking to you guys and miss hanging out with you and doing that. So this is how I'm going to communicate with you. Now I want to make sure that I was organized. So I have a whole bunch of papers. I hope it doesn't take too long. We'll see how we do. So if you see me looking off to the left a little bit, it's because I'm reading off a little script that I tried to do. It's point form, but we'll see how we do. Okay? So I am missing seeing your faces and hearing your voices. It's been about 3 weeks, and we're having such a great time just before March break, and lots of laughs and getting lots of work done and moving well through the curriculum. Then all of a sudden, this COVID-19 pandemic hits, and then all of a sudden, lots of things change. Okay, at first it was, and although it was a serious global, it is a serious global situation. We're a little bit numb to the destruction that it was having in different parts of the world. At first, it was a bit of a welcome change. You know, we kind of realized that we had a little bit longer break, but I kind of figured we might be back by now, but it looks like it's going to be a lot longer than we had anticipated. Little by little, we're seeing its effects, and they're concerning, okay? But do not be afraid. The world is working hard to come up with some solutions, okay? You hear on the news, they're coming up with new tests that are quicker and simpler, okay? They're developing a vaccine, okay? There's new disinfectants that are being developed. There's personal protective equipment that's being produced by a whole bunch of different manufacturers. And the world's really working together to try to deal with this pandemic so that we can get back to normal, okay? For now, the best advice is what the government is telling us. Practice social distancing, expect to see people in masks, and don't be afraid. They're protecting you because they don't know if they have the virus, okay? Be kind to each other, okay? When you see someone in a mask, okay, don't get upset. Make sure you say hi to them, okay? Even if it's at a distance. Stay at home as much as possible. Stay clean, use sanitizer, wash your hands for more than 20 seconds with hot and soapy water, and make sure that you clean the nail beds. That seems to be a really bad spot for germs. But definitely 20 seconds hot water with soap is probably the best way to do it. Avoid non-essential travel and challenge your friends to self-isolate as you are going to as well. And find other ways to communicate with them and connect with them. You guys are really good at, so really try to do that if possible. It's probably the best defense right now while we don't have a vaccine against the COVID-19 virus. Done a lot of research on it, and it seems that that's our best solution right now. So really challenge yourself and your friends to do that. We have this global health issue going on all around us. I'm asking you to return to your schoolwork, the math and chemistry that we started about 3 weeks ago. And you might be saying, what the heck is going on? Well, there's a good reason for that. Just like you eat every day to feed your mind, you talk every day to your friends to feed your heart. We're asking you to learn something every day that you'll need next year and future years in order to feed your mind as well. Unfortunately, there's a lot to learn, and it's not just about quadratics or the mole concept in chemistry or continuous distributions in data management. I have this is being sent to all 3 of my classes. We have to learn how to we all have to learn how to use new tools, whether they're new to us or that we haven't used them in a while. And that's happening to me too, okay? Today I was working on trying to do a video and trying to upload it, and I got so frustrated in the afternoon, I had to lay down and just take a short rest there just so that I could clear my mind. And I'm sure that's happening to you guys too. And don't be upset if that's the case, because that is what is going to happen with this. Okay, we need to learn new routines. We aren't used to, by being home most of the time with little to do, to learn to not stay in our pajamas all day. Once in a while is fine, but trust me, take a few moments to get dressed up every day as if you're going to school. Helpful for your mental health, and also for your cleanliness as well, so that there are many new routines that we have to learn, including this new course content that we're trying to give to you. Okay, so I've decided that the work I've assigned this week is no longer due by the end of the week, but will be due next Friday, April 17th by 2:30 p.m. Okay? So I really want you to try to get back to that classroom routine that we have, not be trying to hand things in at midnight. That's not healthy at all. Okay? But you're not off the hook this week. I am giving you a few new tasks that do require... Okay, sorry. Going to the other set of pages. I'm about half done, okay? Okay, sorry. Okay, I'm lost a little bit. Just give me a minute. Okay, so yeah, they're not going to involve math or chemistry. Okay, they're going to involve you getting to use the tools that we have and getting familiar with them, because there's some really good advantages to doing it the way that I'm asking you to do. Okay, so first of all, you might think this is weird, but it's not. Take a picture of your face only, okay, and upload it to Teams page in the assignment section under pick from phone assignments. Okay, so that's what it's going to sound like, at least. Okay, it'll be clear. With math and chemistry, it's easier for you to do your work on paper. So by you taking a picture right now, I get to see your face, and you're practicing what I'd like you to be able to do with your homework. Okay? Task 2, using a Word document, write a paragraph or two about the key things that have been happening in your life over the past few weeks. What have you been doing? What has been fun? What has been disappointing or frustrating? How are you feeling about this pandemic, etc.? Just tell me what's going on, okay? Now, the reason why I'm asking you to do those things is that we would have been doing that effortlessly in class. You know, I'd come around, chat with you, see what's going on, what were you doing, how's work going, all that stuff. But now it's a bit of work, so we're learning how to do it. Okay, and this you're gonna upload to a different assignment page. Okay, and it's gonna be called something like journals in the Teams assignment section. Okay, and all this is gonna be written down in a sheet just in case the video isn't as clear as you think it is. Finally, the third thing, and this is gonna be the hardest. You're gonna combine the two. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the picture that you took and you're gonna find a way to insert it into a Word document. Okay, and I suggest you save it as a Word document, but then I want you to convert it into a PDF. Okay, and I'll tell you, once you know how to do this, we'll be able to use Class Notebook, set in assignments really easily, and I can mark them easily and give you some really good feedback. Until then, might only be a few lines or a small voice recording. Okay, so I really want to get to that point. Doesn't have to be immediately, but I want us to practice this with something simple and not have to worry about the math or the chemistry that we're working on. Okay, it's the hardest, but it is the most important of these assignments. So why am I asking you to do this? And I kind of mentioned it a little bit before already, but basically, I just thought of it really. When I'm missing seeing you guys, I used to see it every day, I get to take a look at your picture and say, oh yeah, that's what she looks like, or that's what he looks like. Yeah, they're doing all right, they're looking good, okay? When I miss hearing from you, I can read your journal entry and kind of hear what your voice is a little bit. I can't hear your voice, but I can imagine your voice telling me what's going on. So that's another way of connecting with me. And I'm going to do the same things too. I'm going to tell you what's been going on with me. I'll throw a picture on there so you guys can kind of do the same thing. The last task makes marking a lot simpler, as I mentioned before, and it's faster for me, so I can get it back to you easily. And later on, as I mentioned, we're going to use Class Notebook, which is a better platform. But for now, we'll just use that assignment section in the Teams. Excuse me. Okay. So finally, the main reason to make these changes that I decided, so changing the assignment, is this. It's that you also have spiritual needs too, and so do I. The last thing I want you to do is to be anxious and frustrated and sitting in front of a computer during the weekend trying to figure out this math, the technology that you're using, the Teams platform that we're just starting to use. We haven't really using. The thing I find frustrating with the Teams thing is I can't even see if you guys are getting on there or having any troubles or anything like that. We really do need to use that chat section a little bit more, okay? And I do want to do like a little attendance too, just to see, okay, yeah, I came in, I'm going to put a check mark in there, and I'm going to have something going for that, okay? You're also have to use a new online textbook. We've never used that before. There's a new way to submit assignments to Teams and all kinds of other stuff. And there's no real help. I can't be there to help you. I can't even call all of you to make sure it's happening. There's just too many of you, okay? So you do have to help each other out, okay? So I have to give you a little bit of extra time to sort that out. Let's see. And I don't want you doing this. I don't want you feeling this way and trying to figure all this stuff out on this weekend, which happens to be the most holy of days of our Christian calendar. It is Easter. I couldn't believe it when I realized that this Friday, and I realized that last week, was Good Friday, followed by Holy Saturday and Easter Sunday. It seems like time has kind of stood still a little bit, and I thought we still had a little bit more time, but it is this weekend. You have to realize that these days are what our Christian faith is all about. You know, Good Friday's coming up. Something really bad happened. Jesus died on the cross. Holy Saturday, the apostles, they're restless. They didn't know what was going to happen. Their leader just died, and they're worried. But Easter Sunday, something unbelievable happened. Jesus rose from the dead, and to me, it is still unbelievable, but I trust that it was true. It was a lot like what we are undergoing right now with this pandemic. Right before March break, the pandemic hit here, and they started closing things down. Just like on Good Friday, something bad happened. Now we're waiting, and we're worried, just like on Holy Saturday. What's going to happen? How are we going to resolve this? How are we going to figure this stuff out? And finally on Sunday, in the end, something great happened. Jesus rose from the dead. Okay? Unbelievable. So trust that that's going to happen in this situation. There's lots of people working on this. It's going to be resolved. But in the end, you have to know that we're going to be worried for a little while, and we're concerned and don't know where we're going. Okay? But know in the end, while we're concerned, we're going to establish new things. We're going to learn new things. You're going to learn a little bit more about math. Okay? You're going to learn how to use technology a little bit more. You're going to learn how to connect with your friends differently. You're going to learn how to do things differently, but still accomplishing a lot of the same things that we're looking to do. Okay? And connecting with each other. Time's slowing down. And we get a chance to reflect a little bit, figure out what's most important in our lives. Okay? Sometimes it's too busy in our lives to really see, hey, this is what I really enjoy. This is really important to me. This is what makes me happy. We've had a chance for our bodies to rest, and you should be giving your bodies rest. And you should try to figure out a way to get into a routine so your bodies get used to that. Don't keep on changing the routine, staying up really, really late, sleeping really, really late. It's not good for your body. Get into a better routine. You don't have to get up for 8:30, but something before noon, for sure. And then finally, possibly, and I hope that you get a chance to do that. And that's what my task is for you, is to reconnect with Jesus, okay? Get a chance to pray. So that's your homework for this weekend, is to make sure on Good Friday, get a few minutes thinking about Jesus' sacrifice. And then Saturday nights and Sunday, a chance to rejoice because of what he has done and what it means and the hope that it brings to us. Okay? So that's it. I hope you have a great Easter. And I hope I get to speak with you guys really soon. I will try to do these video lessons a little bit more, and definitely try to do some content video lessons as well. Okay, we'll talk to you later. Bye.